Pearson Clinical Talent and Assessment is a division of Pearson which has a long contribution in the field for the past 20 years. It has been contributed a lot in publishing of the test. It has now become an international standard in their fields and it has the centers worldwide. It has been named as Sitecom. The India office has been located in Bangalore. Pearson Academy India, a training division of Pearson Clinical and Talent Assessment, conducts various scientific assessment and intervention solutions to the mental health professions for having a better quality of life and the diagnosis and care in a clinical setting for the school professionals, and also tries to make a learning more effectively. For school professionals, they offer a very scientific and easy to implement solution to help identify and intervene the classroom problems that indicative of cognitive, behavioral, emotional and social impairments that hamper the child's learning in the school. PM workshop empower the school professionals address critical areas such as learning disability, intellectual disability, attention-related problems, memory, self-concept in school children. The other organization that I would like to highlight is the Evolve Counseling Center, which is a brainchild of our HOD and Dr. Dhaval Modi, who have given this platform to reach out to the masses. We will be looking forward to help the people from our vicinity.
My very dear friend, Dr. Dhaval Modi, Dr. Nilesh Ram, the head of the Department of Psychology Department, Cecilia, and dear friends, first I must thank Anuja for very kind words about me you have spoken. Thanks a lot. I have a great pleasure to be here standing before you to inaugurate this seminar on very important subject of emotional and behavioral aspects of children. For long we have been concentrating on the child health, mainly the physical health. And many times the emotional health of a child as well as of an individual is forgotten without giving due importance to the emotional health. Now we have started realizing that besides physical health, emotional health is also equally important to have achieved the potentials of that individual or that child. It is extremely important that we learn about these emotional issues, behavioral issues, because emotions generally in children manifest in the form of their behavior. If the child is unhappy, child is sad, he will start crying. If the child is very happy, he will start jumping. If the child is scared, he will cling to his mother. We all know that this is what happens in every child's life. But there may be children who may manifest with severe forms of disturbances which are reflected in their behavior, and this emotional ill health definitely contributes to the poor performance of children. When we look at their performance, if the child has got normal physical health, normal social health, normal emotional health, their performance will be optimal for their potentials. But children having good physical health does not necessarily mean that emotionally they are stable. Like physical growth, the child is going through emotional growth also. And there are various steps of emotional growth, and today I think in the seminar all these aspects will be covered by our eminent speakers who are sitting right in front of you. Do all the best in your future career. Thank you very much. I declare this symposium inaugurated.
Are not becoming proxy parents. Otherwise, every time the parents counsel as a push-up, they will disown their responsibility and they will say counsel as a push-up. We don't want you to parent self-appointed guardian for large number of ODD children. So what you need to do, tell the parents, let's see, you are the boss in the house. You don't want to give your responsibility, your power to anyone else. It's a women empowerment. Mother's empowerment. Use the word empowerment. So she feels good. It is your decision. Even if it's wrong, it's okay. Even if it's right, it's good. Even see, nobody in the world can always take the right decision or the wrong decision. Sometimes you will be right, sometimes you will go wrong. I treat many patients. Most of the time I am right, but sometimes I go wrong. That does not mean that I should stop treating patients. Similarly, you tell the mother, okay, you decide, you are the boss in the house, and if you feel it's a reasonable according to your criteria, you buy it. If you feel it's unreasonable, it's absolutely fine. Even if that decision is wrong, you have taken that decision, it is your decision, you take responsibility for that decision and say, no problem. If you are not able to take the decision, you can still tell the mother that you can always express that I am not very sure, I need some more time to think, and let me think about it, let me go back and check the shoes which you have, and then maybe I may give you or I may not. It's absolutely fine. So you have to tell the mother to take the responsibility and use her power to take the decision. Even if it's wrong, it's okay, but it's her decision. So every time you don't want her to be dependent on you, saying that मैं बाटा का शूज में खड़ी हूँ क्या करूँ, right?
Yeah, another thing is, doctor, very often what happens is the mother gives the responsibility into the father's hand.
Yes.
She says, Papa ko pooch ke lenge. So that means she's giving away the power.
Yes.
And the major amount of tantrum actually happens in the mother's presence only.
Yes.
And she says he does most of this in my presence and not in the presence of the father. You see?
Absolutely. So the second question, the last question before I wind up, is मैंने तो ना बोल दिया, मेरे पास आया 10 रुपया तो मैंने ना बोल दिया. I remained firm and consistent, and I felt it was an unreasonable demand, so I did not give. But then he went to his grandfather, he went to his grandmother, and उन्होंने दे दी. क्या करें?
All of them should have say, if the mother is saying no, all of them should say no.
आपकी बात एकदम सही है. तो आप मेरे ग्रैंडफादर को मैं लेके आते हैं, मेरा तो सुनते नहीं है. मैं तो घर की बहू हूँ, घूंघट में रहती हूँ.
Family counseling is needed and
सबको लेके आओ, मैं पूरा फैमिली को आप समझाएंगे. This is a trap.
Yeah.
Never ever try to do a counseling to a person who is not willing for it. At the behest of the mother, do not, mother says मेरे husband को समझाओ, मेरे grandfather को समझाओ, मेरी बहू को समझाओ, मेरे neighbor को समझाओ, school teacher को समझाओ, school के principal को समझाओ.
You have to handle it.
I help the person who comes to me voluntarily when the person says I am not able to handle the situation, and if the person comes to me, I suggest few things.
Sir, with a very good example that you gave, I would give an example from my own family.
Yes.
My sister-in-law was very strict when it came to her daughter's education. And her parents were like, don't be so strict, it's okay, they are kids. And she was like, listen, my grandparents did not interfere because they were illiterate. I know you are literate, but let me learn how to handle my kids. You were good parents to me, let me try to be a good parent to my children as well.
Yeah. So nowadays even you get parents like this who do not want any help, who do not want any suggestions. Right? So what I suggest that in this kind of situation you say, okay, you are finding it difficult to handle your child and you are not very sure how you should handle the child when he throws a temper tantrum. These are the few things. We always have court, high court, supreme court. So grandparents are like supreme court, it's a buffer. So sometimes in a range of bad mood, sometimes we are not feeling good, sometimes we had a bad day, we might say no to the child for not a reasonable reason. At that time it's a buffer. The child can go to grandfather and grandfather can kind of, kind of really pamper him and give him 10 rupees. That's absolutely fine. We are not Hitler's side, not military Anushasan in the house. we have leniency. So you save yourself, and if he persistently does again and again to the grandfather is intelligent enough to understand that now he is manipulating him, and one fine day he also realizes that he says, no, अभी मेरे पास भी 10 रुपया नहीं है, मैं भी मम्मी से ही लेता हूँ. So the things will change. So two important things. Remember that empowerment of the mother should take whether it's a reasonable or unreasonable demand, and whosoever comes to you, if the grandfather comes to you and says, I am not sure how to handle the child, you give your suggestions. But at the behest of mother, you will not request, अच्छा तुम्हारे husband को भी बुलाओ, उसको भी समझाती हूँ और grandfather को भी बुलाओ. So that was on oppositional defiant disorder. Thank you.